Hello viewers, welcome back to Ohio Airgun Shooter. In this video, I want to do some testing with my Springfield Armory M1 Carbine blowback BB rifle. In previous videos, I did do an unboxing and some initial testing. However, it's been a few months, and actually I wanted to make a video last weekend with it, and I loaded up a magazine with some CO2. It didn't seal all the way at first, so some gas was released, and I took it out and then started shooting it, and I got about like 2 shots with good power, and then it just seemed to it just really lost power, and actually BBs started just to kind of like, and after it cycled, it is blowback, and after it cycled a BB, like the first 2 shots, I pointed the barrel down, and a BB just rolled out of the barrel. So I cycled another shot, and I was going to shoot it like in the distance, and it just kind of like just plopped out. So either the gas was really low, the CO2 level in the cartridge, or something mechanically was going on wrong with this Springfield Armory M1 Carbine. Not sure exactly. So I just want to run some more tests. So I'll go ahead and get it out of the box, and we'll load up some magazines with some CO2 and some BBs. And I just want to do some indoor shooting testing. In the video where I did some velocity tests, and the numbers were really up and down. It does have a claimed velocity of 425 feet per second. I believe I hit that like with the first couple shots, but then everything seemed to really drop off, and it pretty much just kind of stayed like, I don't know, maybe in the upper 300s, like 370, 380s. But we'll go ahead and get everything loaded up and get the chronograph set up. Take it out of the box here, and we'll do some testing with it. So stay tuned. So this particular version of the Springfield Armory M1 Carbine, this isn't full auto, it's just a semi-auto. It is the real wood stock version. It's a very nice air rifle. I liked it. I was just disappointed in the velocity numbers, and then the last outing, over the weekend that I took it out to shoot, like I said, I got a couple good shots, and then the next, I would kind of point the gun down, and a BB just rolled out. So I cycled another one, and then that BB just kind of rolled out. So I fired a few more shots, and I got a couple shots, and the distance of the BB just kept getting shorter and shorter till eventually it just kind of plopped out. So I assumed it was out of CO2. So, and I mean, that was outside in a temperature of what, 84 degrees Fahrenheit. What's that, 26, 27 degrees Celsius? I could be wrong, just thinking off the top of my head. But I was just kind of disappointed in the performance. So I don't. Hopefully there was no issue with the magazine, which it's that magazine in there. Now I do have a spare magazine, which I already preloaded. I did lubricate, put a few drops of pellet gun oil down here in this valve, and then just worked this port right here and worked the valve back and forth, because I know there's some seals and an O-ring in there. And then I did the same thing here. I just put a couple drops like on either side of this little groove for like your spanner wrench or whatever, and I just kind of pushed this in and out a few times just to work it in there. And then I did put a couple drops down here on this seal here, and when I went to seal this, it didn't even take much of a turn. Just, you can kind of hear just a quick little hiss, and then it sealed. When I sealed that one over the weekend for, when I was going to take it out to do some shooting, it let out a pretty good little blast gush of CO2 gas out of the bottom here. So maybe I didn't get a good piercing, so I need to take that one out and do the same thing. Lubricate it really well, and I'll try to repurpose another CO2 cartridge. Hopefully it will seal quickly as this one did. So, because I want, one of the testings I want to do, I want to see how many shots I get off of one CO2 cartridge. So let me get this one out. I'll show you, I'll film, you know, what I do, and then we'll load up some BBs, and then we'll run a chronograph and see what kind of velocity numbers we get. So hopefully this will all be inside. One thing on this is I have noticed that there is some play. Can't really tell right here with this wiggling, but let me put this down here. My one camera stand broke, so I got this one that I use in my vehicle, which I'm kind of holding it, so just bear with me. I got a new one on order, just a piece that I use kind of to hold the phone, because I do a lot of my filming with the phone, and it just, I went to twist and the piece just broke off. So, but on these, I don't know if I can see it, but there's just some movement in this action here. I don't know if there's any way I could tighten it. I tightened this, but that's mostly for the wood. But I don't know if there's any way I can get in there to, I don't know if you can hear it. You can kind of see it moving back and forth. So I want to, I don't know if that's by design, but I kind of want to tighten that up. I just don't see any stock screws anywhere. But this is the magazine that I had the issue with, so I'm gonna lubricate it really good, and hopefully it will pierce quickly, and then we'll just get on, you know, move on to the testing. But this is a really nice rifle. I love the wood. Mostly metal. It's got the adjustable burst sight, peep sight. Again, I apologize for my camera. Again, blow back. Safety off. Yeah, it won't charge without the safety being off. Again, blow back. I thought this was supposed to lock back after every shot, but it hasn't been. So we'll just kind of see if that does that today. Yeah, I mean, it's a really nice gun. I like it. I want to like it. Just it kind of underperformed for me during the initial testing, and then last weekend. So let me go and we'll get the magazine lubricated. Like a matter of fact, I'll kind of, if I can, show you how I did all that, and then we'll move on to some shooting. All right, so what I had to do with this magazine, which I pretty much do with all my new magazines, is that I, lubricate, inside this port here, and then right here on this little screw has these little grooves for like your screwdriver or some kind of little like spanner or something. But just take my Crossman pelgun oil, or some kind of silicone oil or something, I'm sure. But I just put a couple drops down the port here, and I just work my thumb. There's a little valve right here, back and forth. Doesn't have a really tight, strong spring. It's really soft, so it's really easy to do. And then I do the same thing here, just in those little slots there. Just put like one on either side, and just kind of do the same thing, work it back and forth. So eventually you'll see it kind of dissipates. Just allows like a little, it's nice to have this because it kind of allows us like a little, kind of acts as a channel, and it just kind of brings the oil. Kind of work it back and forth, that way it just kind of flows into the spring and just keeps it well lubricated. So that's done. And then I do usually drop a couple down in there on that seal. It's kind of hard to do here. Yeah, my camera mount broke, so I'm just kind of using this one that I use in my vehicle. But I just drop a couple drops in there and just kind of work it around. There's that seal down inside there. Where my light go? There. Yeah, like I dropped the drop down. I didn't even hit it, so give it a little shake, maybe get some of that down in there. That's more around the edge. Let me see if I can redo this here. It's kind of, all right, let me see if I got some down there. Yep, I got it there that time. I do have a needle, like I have some RWS chamber lube, but it came with like a needle. Let me see if I can get my light down there. There, you can see it now. Nice little pool of it, I guess. A little too, probably a little too much. Kind of work that around a little bit. That's pretty much all I do. So I won't even put any on the tip of this Daisy brand CO2 cartridge since there's some already down in there. Now, nice thing about these is they got that little indentation on the tip compared to like your Umarex brand or whatever. It really doesn't. Here, let me show you the difference. With this little cavity, just it's perfect for putting your drop of Pelgon oil. So how flat that one is on the Umarex compared to this. So that's a pretty cool idea. So yeah, I had 2 more Daisy brand CO2 cartridges left, so I might as well use them up. Yeah, I don't need to put anything on top of this since there's some already in there. But I just want to see how this magazine will seal today. Like I said, when I went to pierce it, just lost a lot of CO2 gas during the initial piercing. So I wonder if that's why I lost power so quickly. Reinstalling this, just make sure you don't cross thread it. These are very heavy magazines too. I think compared to probably heavier compared to a real life M1 carbine magazine. So let me see how this will seal. Oh, I did better. So yeah, much better than the last time because it just went and then it sealed. So probably just needed a little bit more lube in there. I don't think since the last shooting that I did, that video, I don't think I re-lubed these at all. So maybe that was the issue with this one. So yeah, going to use some copperhead BBs today. Here's the copper plated steel BBs. It does hold 15 rounds, so we'll load up the 15 and then we'll do some corny testing. Indoor temperature is 71 degrees Fahrenheit. That's like around 21 degrees Celsius. Because I want to take this outside. It's going to be warm today. And I want to do some outdoor plinking with it. It wasn't very loud the first couple shots when I took it out last weekend. So it seems to be pretty backyard friendly. But I want to do some plinking back there and just maybe kind of record that for fun. But I got some little targets I want to test out. So let me get this loaded up with some BBs. I already got this one loaded up. It's been sitting around loaded, just warming up the room temperature. So we'll get this loaded up, move over to the shooting table, and we'll get some velocity numbers. Here are some actual M1 magazines. I actually found these. So you can kind of see, I mean, pretty similar. This is a 20-30 round magazine here. Not sure. Definitely an extended one. But this one here, actually, when I found it, still had some rounds left in it. They're still in there. but I don't know how old these are. Some of them are pretty rusted up, but clean them up. I mean, springs still seem to work. I don't have a real M1 carbine of any kind, but yeah, I mean, spring, yeah, I mean, I'm sure clean these up, maybe paint them up a little bit, get the rust off them. They'll probably work just fine. I don't know if you can take the plates off the bottom, maybe clean everything up really good. But yeah, these are definitely heavier than the actual magazines. Like, especially this, I mean, that's not got a full, I'm not sure how many is in there. Let me see. But even with this, and you know, how many's in there? Let me see. I don't know if these things would even shoot, how old they are. 30 caliber round. Looks like newer ammo, except for this one looks pretty old. Just ball ammo. But that is, I think, what, these are 20 rounders, and that's probably what, a 30 rounder. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just 9 rounds. So even with 9 rounds, it's still lighter than one of these. I mean, granted, this has all the valves and, you know, everything in it. A lot thicker metal. These are steel. These are steel, of course. Can actually pick that up with that one. This one here, not so much. I guess I could pick up the actual magazine, but not this one. All right, that's enough of that. I got a little sidetracked, but I just kind of want to show you these. They're pretty cool. I don't think they'll fit in the M1. We can take a look real quick. Here, let's check out the long one. But probably not. Just a little ways. Look kind of goofy with the extended magazine, I think. Huh. It's pretty cool though. All right, let's get set up for the shooting, and we'll do some testing. Stand by. Okay, I'm back here with the Springfield Armory M1 carbine blowback BB rifle. This is the real wood version. I got 2 magazines, each with a 12 gram Daisy brand 12 gram CO2 cartridge, already been pierced. I have 15 rounds of the Crossman or Copperhead copper jacketed steel BBs. Got my chronograph set up, turn it on. Feet per second. This does have a claim velocity of 425 feet per second. I am inside. Current temperature is 71 degrees Fahrenheit. Roughly what, 21 degrees Celsius. So let's see what kind of numbers we'll get today. Hopefully more steadier numbers, because you know they did start out high and then just continue to drop. You know, that's with the blowback, cool down, and you know, etc. So I mean, I do expect some drop in velocity, but just with what happened the other day, I kind of wanted to just do a retest. Like I said, first couple shots shot pretty good because I was outside, and then everything just seemed to just get weaker and weaker to where just BBs were rolling out of the barrel. So I want to see if that kind of does that today. So maybe after 1 cycles, I'll just see if I can tilt it forward. You know, tilt it down like you kind of would, you know, if you're holding your muzzle down, and just see if a BB rolls out. But matter of fact, we'll do that maybe on the first shot. So let me do that right now, actually. So we'll load one. It's in. All right. I am on, let's see, safe, fire. Okay. I'm going to cycle one. I just want to see if the BB rolls out. Nope, not today. So, okay, let's get some velocity numbers. Put it on safe. There's the safety switch. Again, it is only semi-auto, no full auto. So it's either shoot or fire or safe. I'll get the chronograph down there. So we can get some velocity numbers. All right. Again, I apologize for my phone stand here. Hope it'll stay stable. All right. These are some older Crossman BBs. I've had them for quite a while. Some are kind of corroded a little bit or whatever, but hopefully they'll shoot just fine. I got so many of them left, so I just need to use them up. But all right, let's see what kind of numbers we get today. Hopefully this will read these BBs. All right, first shot. $415. See, one just rolled out. That's what I was talking about. That's the problem I had last time. They just roll out. And I don't think there's a BB in there now. Let me see. See? Maybe one. See? Nothing. Just this thing has kind of been a disappointment lately. I mean, like they're not even coming up. Maybe it could be these BBs on this one. Let me see. All right, let me try again. Let me reload that. I did try some of those, where are they at? I did try some of these in at one time, and they kind of fragmented, so I'm wondering if, but I cleaned out the magazine. It might have been this one. Pieces fragmented in there, and I had to clean it out really good because they were kind of just, BBs were getting hung up on the pieces. So let me try this again. All right. Okay, here we go. Let's try this again. $418.8. 369.4. I mean, that's a big drop. And how many shots has that been? Back up to 400.9. Again, up and down velocity wise. 409.8. Maybe that's just a valve. 403.6. 407.3. So back into the 400s, but nowhere close to the 425. Then again, you know, we'll take it outside today. It's going to be upper 80s, so maybe we'll get some better numbers. 412.7. So it's actually going up. 403.8. 390.8. I'm listening right now, and it is just pouring outside right now. So we might not be going outside today. 402.2. Or it's just a hammer drop on that valve. Maybe it's just not heavy enough. I don't know if this has one of those the hammer bounce device or whatever it is, anti-bite bounce device or whatever. I don't know, that's something that could be removed, or it's just the spring in the magazine. It is a new gun. I really haven't shot a lot. Maybe I just need to break it in. 399.5. I mean, we're in the upper 300s, low 400s, but still nowhere near the 426. 425, I mean. I don't know why I say 426. 405. 390.1. That's a big drop. 318.2. That was the last shot. All right, let's try the other magazine. Again, it didn't lock back. Maybe it doesn't lock back. So let me try another one. All right. Here we go. 431.0. So we went above the 425. So not bad. I think that's my highest number yet. 432, actually climbing. 448. Wow. Getting getting hotter. Holy smokes. 427. 418. Now it's dropping. 416. I'm just kind of allowing a pause in between each shot just to give it a chance to warm back up. 422. So these are pretty much the best numbers I've had. Maybe it's just that magazine. 407. 415. 400.9. 397.6. 395.1. 396.8. 386.9. That was the last shot. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't believe it locks back after the last shot. Thought it might, but nope. No biggie. Alright, put this on safe. We'll just I'll reload these magazines, and I just want to continue shooting and see how many shots we can get off a one CO2 cartridge. This one started up pretty good. I mean, the highest we had was a 432, but we did drop all the way back, down into the high 300s. So a little bit more impressive today. Like I said, maybe it just needs broken in. So let me reload these and we'll do some more shooting. All right, I reloaded the magazines. Same CO2 cartridges. I did go and actually clean the BB well of this one where I had the ASG blaster BBs kind of broke. I tend to steer away from using these in magazines like this. Now the stick magazines seem to be okay, but with magazines like this, it just, for some reason, they tend to want to break apart in here. I don't know, especially with the blowback, because I did have to clean out the chamber and breech as well as in here. But with like stick magazines, I haven't had any problems with them, just with these style. And if you kind of load just a few and you let this follower kind of spring up real fast, they do tend to break apart. So I want to just kind of stay away from these with these type of magazines. Also, like I said, these are older BBs. You can see some of them are kind of got that oxidation. So, but those shot well. So every one of them read. Just I had that issue where the magazine was kind of hung up due to some plastic fragments that were still in it. So other than that, it shot fine. So we achieved the 425. Went above that, the 432. That's the highest I've ever had on this thing. From 432 all the way down to what, 390s, so not bad. Let me go turn my chronograph back on. I mean, warmer temperatures, velocities will probably go up. Here the rain stopped, so maybe we'll take it outside later. It'll be quite warm and humid, so perfect for CO2. So okay, that's another kind of testing I'm doing today, is to just see how many shots I can get off a single CO2 cartridge. See how efficient this thing is or isn't. All right, magazine install, locked in. I'll put it on shoot or fire. F for fire, S for safety. You cannot bring the bolt charging handle back if it is on safe. It won't let you. So, all right, first shot. I'm trying to maybe get some blowback here. 426.8. So again, above the 425. $424.5, so right there. $408.4. $408.7. While I reloaded and everything, about a 10-15 minute warm-up period. So, which allowed the CO2 to warm back up. 398.8. These do hold 15 rounds each. 400.6. 395.4. So we're just going to use this video just to shoot and shoot till we run out of gas. Just see how many shots we get. 404.2. 376.9. 389.5. Obviously, the faster you pull the trigger, the slower your velocities will get. 369.0. 387.2, so back up. 383.9. I think that was all she wrote for the CO2. That was pretty cool. Almost had like a double shot there, but I think that's it. Hopefully that probably double fit. It's clear. Hopefully nothing in the barrel. There it comes. There's one in the barrel. Come on out. There it is. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't enough to push that one through. Hopefully it's... Let me double check. I'm going to get my rod here and make sure there ain't nothing lodged in the barrel. And then we'll move to the next magazine. But I think that's it for the CO2. Now there's still some pressure there, so let me try that again. We'll load up a couple more on that, but let me make sure that barrel's clear. I do suggest getting any, some kind of plastic coated rod, just so you don't scratch your barrels. Good. Run that through. Pick this up. Nope, we're clear. Nothing in the barrel. Good. Just keep that handy. All right, let me load up a couple more in that and see if we are out of gas, because I can't push it in. So let me load up a couple more real quick. Okay. The follower does lock back into place. Just kind of elevate it with the other magazine here so I can load a couple in there. We'll just load up 5 real quick. See what happens. Could be out of CO2, so hopefully not. I mean, can't even get through 2 magazines off of 1 cartridge. That'd be kind of disappointing, especially when it's just semi-auto. Maybe we just need a stronger hammer. All right, let's try this again. 432.5. 403.7. So it's okay. Maybe something, the valve got clogged, or 396.4. 389.9. Was that the last one? 361.2. That's probably the last one there. All right. So it still has some CO2. Maybe just a bad shot there. Who knows? All right. Back on safe. Reject the magazine. All right. I'll try the second magazine. So basically did get through 2 magazines at least, but just had a malfunction on this one. So maybe just something to do with the hammer fall, hammer drop, or just this valve, being these things are new basically. This is probably, since that last video months ago, this is the most I've shot this. So all right, back on shoot or fire. All right, you do have to cycle the bolt first to get that first shot. All right, second magazine, same CO2 cartridge, Daisy brand. This will be shot 16 through what, 30. 432.6. 406.7. I mean, that's a pretty big drop there from one shot to the next. 417.2, so back up. I think it's just the inconsistency of maybe the valve or the hammer drop. 404.3. I don't know if there's anything you can do with this. Cut a little bit off the spring. I mean, the spring's pretty loose as it is, so 401.1. I mean, it is basically just a plinker, or just kind of a conversation piece. I mean, it is very cool. 402.0. So I mean, these numbers are good enough for plinking. I have no problem taking down enemy cans. 405.9, so quite a bit of up and down. 394.8. I apologize if this isn't the most exciting video, but haven't done a lot with this. 380.1. 385.3. 373.9. 370.7. That was a lot. Last shot. Save. Eject the magazine. So we hit that 425, went above it. Let me reload these, let them warm up a bit. I can feel they're getting kind of cold, so just kind of reload these and just continue shooting and just see if we can get a third magazine. It'd be shots 31 through 45. Stand by. All right, I'm back. I forgot I had this old sling. I think it come off of an old SKS or something. I can't remember, but I've had it for a long time. But it's a perfect match, perfect fit for the Springfield Armory M1 carbine BB rifle. Yeah, just pretty cool. These still got these magazines, so I mean that adds to the realistic look, so not too bad. Yeah, I mean it's a great looking rifle. I mean so far it's been fun. It's been shooting pretty good today. I had that one problem with the magazine feeding, so you know it's a work in progress. It's basically brand new still. I had, like I said, I since that video I did months ago, I just now brought it out and started shooting it. So I guess just need to shoot it more. I mean, just kind of been busy with other things. So that's the problem once you get so many air rifles, air pistols. It's just like some of them you forget about. So hey, got to pay attention to this one. So all right, I do got 15 more BBs loaded up. Let's continue with the shooting and see if we can get 45 shots off a single CO2 cartridge. Stand by. All right, here we are with the Springfield Armory M1 carbine. This is just the semi-auto version, real wood. Got more BBs loaded up. This will be 15 more rounds. Same CO2 cartridge. These are 12 gram Daisy brand CO2 cartridges. So just testing the velocities. See how much shots we can get off a single cartridge today. And maybe later, there's some thunder out there, so we might not be going outside today. But selector switch or safety switch to fire. F for fire, S for safe. And you must be in fire in order to bring back the bolt for the first shot. All right. We'll see what the velocity is after I've been kind of fooling around for about 20 minutes or so. I put the sling on it and then just reloaded the magazines and did some other things. So, all right, let's see how we do here. 357.6. So I'm thinking this will probably be the last magazine if it can even get through the whole 15 rounds. And we're dropping fast now, so that might be about it. 323. 273. That might have been the could be the last shot there. 209. Still going. 149. That's probably it. Let me eject this. That's the last shot. I don't know if there's anything in there. Let me put my rod through it. Make sure no BB got jammed. I think that's the last round. All right, make sure there's no BB in there. The barrel. We are. Oh, there was one in there, so now we are clear. So that's the reason why you always treat one as loaded, even though it doesn't have the CO2 installed still. If that's left in there and you forget about it, a bad accident can happen. So we didn't quite get through 3 magazines. What, 2.5? Yeah, that's it. All right, let me try the other magazine. All right, 401.5. So maybe we'll get through this one. Could be just that magazine. 376.7. 380.2. 370.6. 352.1. Now this one's starting to drop. 318.7. 238.5. So I'm saying 2.5 magazines each. 185.9. Can I get one more? 149.0. One more. Still coming out. That's it. All right. Still had a couple left. But all right, let me clear this one more time. Put on safe. Actually, I can't because I gotta bring the bolt back. Well, lock open on safe. Let me see. Nope. See, now you can bring it back. Let me see. Yeah, now it won't. All right, let's clear this. All right. Let me get this in the barrel. Make sure there's no BB in it. Yep, and came out. So, not sure where that went. Didn't get hung up anywhere. There it is. It's out. Yeah, just make sure anything that falls back into the bolt area or anything, you get that out of there. Otherwise, it'll get hung up in there. All right. So we got what, 2.5 magazines? Almost 3 out of this one, but those last few shots were like. Last few shots were like really weak, so there's 2 left. So probably just 2 full magazines. I mean, maybe more on a warmer day. Could be these Daisy brand cartridges. Maybe try Umarex, see if we get any more. But there was some more testing. A little better today. I think I corrected the problem that I had last weekend. You know, I didn't record any of that because I just wanted to take it outside to see how loud it was and do some plinking just for fun. But I mean, I didn't even get through a full magazine. Like I said, the first 2 shots shot pretty good. I started getting weaker, like as you got more into the BBs, and eventually, they, like I said, they would just roll out. And then the last few shots, just the BB just kind of. Just dropped, pretty much just right in front where, right in front of the barrel. So, it must have been just low on CO2 gas. Like I said, I pierced it and a lot of gas come rushing out. So, I probably wasted a bunch of it. But I went and lubricated everything and, yeah, not too bad. Much better performance today. But, I still want to do some more testing and hopefully get it outside and do some plinking. Hopefully the weather clears up. The Springfield Armory M1 Carbine blowback BB rifle. Claim velocity of up to 425 feet per second. We reached that today, surpassed it by a few feet per second. Shot pretty good. Had a few problems, mostly just with, I believe it was just a magazine issue. Again, those ASG plastic BBs, they're like 0.13 grams, I believe, so they're very light. I don't recommend them in these style of magazines. They just tend to fragment. They did break apart with the blowback. I had a mess to clean up, and just kept jamming everything up. So I definitely don't recommend using those in anything like that. I just got my KJ Works 1911. That's airsoft. That's CO2 powered, and then I got my Walther P38 CO2 powered 4.5 millimeter BB gun. Just kind of add to the the history here. But hey, it's pretty. It was fun today. Just shooting it. Just doing some testing of velocities. Only got 2.5 magazines. I wouldn't even say 2.5. Power definitely dropped off. Even during that half, that partial third magazine. So 2 magazines probably, maybe a little more in warmer temperatures outside. Those again were 12 gram. Those are Daisy brand CO2 cartridges, but those have been pretty good. So maybe we'll try some Umarex later and see how many shots we get off of those. Well, maybe I'll get it outside today and do some plinking. Got some little targets I want to set up and maybe just have some fun and just see how well it does. It's pretty quiet for the backyard, so definitely backyard friendly. Should be a lot of fun. Anyhow, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And actually, I forgot my little smiley face there. I mean, so far this time around, I was satisfied with the testing. again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.